Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be showing you the 2022 Nissan Rogue Sport. This one is the SV trim and there is 3 trims to choose from, but let me go ahead and show you all the features this SV trim has. Under the hood there is a 2.0 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 141 horsepower and 147 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers on this engine: 24 in the city, 30 highway, and 27 combined. Here is the MSRP sticker of this 2022 Nissan Rogue Sport. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price on this one with destination is $29,210. If you guys are curious about the color is called Gun Metallic, and it does look alright on this Nissan Rogue Sport, but definitely this Rogue Sport looks dated compared to the other Nissan products. And for the price, it is $29,000, and I honestly think it's a little bit expensive for this SV trim. Yes, it is all-wheel drive, but still, I think it's kind of expensive. And I think Nissan will be changing the Rogue Sport for 2023. And as I said, there's 3 trims. There is the S, SV, SL. The SV is the mid trim, and it is the popular trim. And coming to the front, does look alright. It does have Nissan V-Motion grille, finished in chrome, small, and here is the Nissan badge. It is nice and big, and it does have the sensor in it for the braking assist. And there's some gloss black here in the bottom. And by the way, this hole right here, the cover is taken off since this one is not PDI'd yet. But yeah, I think the front looks okay, but definitely dated compared to the other Nissan products. In the bottom there's some fog lights, there's this fake vent right there, finished in flat black. There's some flat black in the bottom. And for the headlights, now everything right here in the front is LED for almost $30,000. I really wish that Nissan made the high and low beam LED. So daytime running lights are LED, turn signal indicators are halogen, high beam is halogen, and the low beam is halogen, but the low beam is sitting in a projector tube. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this Nissan Rogue Sport. Here is a side view of this Rogue Sport, and it does look pretty good from the side. And this Rogue Sport competes against the Honda HR-V, the Hyundai Kona, and the all-new Toyota Corolla Cross. And I did actually review the Corolla Cross, and I did really like it, but I think it's a little bit bigger than this Rogue Sport. Anyways guys, the side view looks pretty good. As I said, there is a turn signal indicator on the mirror, and there is a blind spot monitoring system that is located inside the car, and the window trims are finished in chrome. And this SV trim has roof rails as a standard feature. For the rims, they look okay. I think Nissan could have done a little bit better job with the design for almost $30,000 SUV. The size is 215/60 17, so the size is good, and there's a good amount of rubber, but I think that Nissan could have done a little bit better job with the design on those trims. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this Rogue Sport. Coming to the back of this Rogue Sport, it honestly doesn't look that bad. I really wish that the back window and the back windows were tinted. And for the tail lights, they are honestly a little bit on the bigger side if you compare it to the size of this SUV. Not everything right here in the back is LED, so the running light is LED, but the turn signal indicators and the reverse lights are halogen. Rogue Sport badges on the left, or badge on the left, nice and big. And on the right is the SV with the all-wheel drive badge. Nissan logo is finished in chrome. And here is the wiper. There is a spoiler up top. Definitely adds a nicer look to the back of this Rogue Sport. Here is the third brake light. And in the back there is parking sensors, and they are actually standard, I think, on all the Rogues if I'm not mistaken, but the parking sensors are standard on this SV trim. There's some reflectors in the bottom, and the bumper is finished all in flat black. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the flat black in the bottom. Kind of adds a cheaper look to the back of this Rogue Sport. Here's the key of this Rogue Sport. Nissan uses this key on all their cars, and they've been using this key for a really long time. Nissan logo up top, and there is 4 buttons on this key: remote start, lock, unlock, and a panic button. So I'm glad that there is a remote start on this Rogue Sport. Anyways, to open the tailgate, there's only one way, and it is this button right here. Tailgate is nice, or liftgate is nice and light, and there is a handle up here, so that's nice. And inside, actually, there is a good amount of space for this small SUV. I think it has more space than the Hyundai Kona, but the Corolla Cross has more space than this Rogue Sport. There is a halogen light right here, small storage place on the right. There's another one on the left, and you could actually adjust the floor. You could raise the floor up or down, and there is this privacy cover that goes up and down with the lift gate. But yeah, there's a good amount of space, and the trunk is nice and spacious. The door handle is finished in the same color as the SUV. There is no sensor behind this door handle, so to lock and unlock this SUV, you have to click on this button. Here is the front door panel. The front door panel has a good amount of soft materials on it. This top portion right here is nice and soft. This is finished in plastic. The armrest is nice and soft, wrapped in leather. I really like the double stitching. For the window switches, mirror controls, everything looks a little bit on the cheaper side. The driver window is automatic up and down. Here are the door locks. Some gloss black. I think it does look good. The door handle feels nice and solid, but nice and light at the same time, finished in chrome. And this is finished in plastic, which is fine. Good amount of storage place in the bottom. And here is a speaker. And for the seats, they're actually nice and comfortable. Nissan usually does a great job with their seats. Design looks okay. And here are the seat controls. The S trim, which is the base trim, does not have powered seats. And this SV trim has lumbar support, which is good. But let's go ahead and move inside, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Nissan Rogue Sport SV. And as I said, it's basically just a carryover from 2021, so nothing was changed. The steering wheel is very, very thin. It does have the flat bottom design, and it is wrapped in leather, so that's good. The leather feels nice and soft, and yeah, overall I think the steering wheel design is good. Right here on the left, there is a good amount of buttons. There's the seat buttons, back button, volume controls, and a few buttons to control that center display. I think the size is 4.2 if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, it does display a good amount of things, and you could go up and down depending on the menu you're in. The gauges look alright, and Nissan uses those gauges on or in a lot of their cars. Behind the steering wheel, there is the headlight controls with the fog light controls and the turn signal controls, and on the right is the wiper controls for the front and back. And as you guys see, behind the wiper controls there is the engine start stop, and on the right side of the steering wheel is the cruise controls, phone controls, and voice command. And there is some brushed aluminum on this steering wheel, which adds a nicer look. Air vents look good. Finished, the trim around the air vents is finished in gloss black. And down here there is a brightness control, trip reset, and a good amount of buttons in the bottom. There is the traction control, Nissan Shield 360 Shield Assist, and this SV trim has heated steering wheel, which is nice. All-wheel drive lock, so you could lock all the tires so they could spin all at the same time when you're stuck in snow. Sport mode and eco button, and down there is the hood release and the fuel door release. Air vents look good. Again, they do have the gloss black trim around them, and I think that adds a nicer look. Here is the emergency light button, and this whole thing right here is finished in gloss black, and from what it looks like, it doesn't really collect a lot of dust, so that's good. I've seen worse. This screen is a 7-inch screen, and it is definitely dim, but raising up the brightness, it's not too bad, but I really wish it was a little bit brighter. There's some hard buttons on the left and right, and there is a volume knob and a tune knob. And this 7-inch screen actually has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and this is crazy, but Nissan is still using a CD player, and yeah, I haven't really seen that in a long time. The climate controls are very easy to use. This SV trim has dual climate control with an automatic function, so push on this and that will turn on the climate controls. The auto function is right here, and fan speed is in the middle. You could change the modes from here. Temperature, you could raise it up and down, and yeah, very easy to use. There's this LCD screen in the middle that displays basically the temperature and the fan speed. Down here, the storage place is nice and deep. 1 USB, 1 aux, and 112 volt. I really wish there was like another USB. Here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission in this Rogue Sport. It does have plus and minus, which is good. No paddle shifters though. And the shifter actually looks good, but it's a little bit on the bigger side. It's really tall. It is finished in gloss black and some brushed aluminum. This is wrapped in leather, which is nice. And there's some gloss black right here with brushed aluminum. And cup holders are nice and big, nice and deep too. Storage place, and this Rogue Sport has heated seats, high and low. And the armrest is very, very soft. This is wrapped in leather, which is good. I love the design and the stitching. And inside there is 1 USB, 112 volt. And the storage place is okay. I really wish it was a tiny bit bigger. And by the way, guys, this whole thing right here is that synthetic rubber material, so it is nice and soft. But this right here is plastic, but does feel very solid plastic. And inside there is a decent amount of space. And here is the rear view mirror. The bezels are nice and thin. And up here, this is where the glasses holder is. And there's some LED lights. You could turn on those lights individually. And this button right here will turn on all the lights. This button right here will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And here is the visor. Visor is very, very thin, finished in plastic. And inside there's a decent size mirror with a nice bright halogen light. And I forgot to show you, backup camera resolution is okay. I really wish it was a little bit better, but I'm glad that there is a backup camera. Here is a back door panel, and the back door panel has the same design as the front, but mostly everything here in the back is plastic except the armrest. So this is plastic, this is plastic. I'm glad that Nissan brought that gloss black trim back. Door handle feels nice and solid, finished in chrome. The armrest is nice and soft, more of that stitching. And here is a window switch. Honestly, not a big fan of what Nissan does with the window switches in the back. And this is plastic, a little bit of storage place. And here is a speaker. And the back seats are actually not too bad. They're not too spacious and they're not very small. And by the way, those front two seats are almost pushed to the back, all the way to the back. And the headroom is good. You could fold those seats from this, but you cannot recline those seats down. So this is the max the seat goes. Yeah, so there's only one position, which sucks. I really wish that Nissan made those seats recline down a tiny bit. And inside there is an armrest finished in cloth, a little bit on the harder side. Definitely has some softness to it, but I've seen way softer. There's 2 cup holders, and there is some air vents in the back, and that's how the front of this Rogue looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Nissan Rogue Sport. Let me know if you guys think this Nissan Rogue is worth its price tag. I would like to thank JC and Napoli Nissan here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Nissan Rogue. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.